Trust the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge him and he will direct your path. Hello, I'm Althea McIntyre, business coach and mentor to Christ-centered female entrepreneurs, where I love helping my clients stop leaving money on the table and make more money in their businesses. So, do you sometimes feel like a failure? Do you sometimes feel in your business like you are not winning? Or maybe your business and your life. I know for us as ambitious, high-achieving, driven female entrepreneurs that we really have high standards for ourselves. And sometimes, just sometimes, when we don't meet our own standard, we can feel like a failure. Even though we know intellectually that part of success is taking risks, doing things differently, getting outside of our comfort zone, failing forward, failing fast, failing often. We know all these things and we embrace them in many ways, but sometimes, just sometimes, when we do something for the first time or the 10th time or the 15th time and we don't get it right, we don't achieve our goals, we can feel like a failure and we can really, really be super hard and judgmental and critical of ourselves. And I know that we do that because I just did that today. I mean, I had an experience this morning where I just felt like a failure. And my critical self-talk, it was on a rampage. And it was just reminding me all the areas in which I was not winning, when I was failing. And I knew I could feel the hamster wheel. I could feel that I was like going down mentally fast. And I knew there were certain things that would get me out of that mental space, prayer, journaling, reading the Bible. But I'll be honest, like my mental self-talk, like that misery wanted company and it was just going. It was having a field day. And I'm just so grateful that I was able to meet with someone who provides insight and direction for me and who could help me see things in a new way and help me see things differently and really let me know that I was being pretty harsh on myself, because truth be told, before that, I didn't think I was being harsh. I didn't think I was being critical. And so I share this with you because this is not, I know I'm not the only one. I know this because in working with my clients, I see it. But more importantly, here's something that I am taking away from the guidance and the insight that I received. And it's something that, listen, I'm like, I even hate to use the word, but it's true. I'm kind of struggling with it, but I'm going to embrace the struggle. I'm going to embrace because I'm like working new muscles. And here's what I learned there as I was talking to this professional and I was going over, my history of achieving goals. It was very much like I set a goal, I made a decision, I set a goal, I created a plan and I attacked it. Like I became so laser focused. I did what I needed to do. I took a no excuse approach and I made it happen. I didn't use those words, but really I just did what I knew needed to be done. And in the way that I'm sharing it now and the way I was probably sharing it, it was like I was reminded that I was really kind of like, very, very action oriented, laser focused, where there's nothing wrong with that. But that way of approaching not only a goal but life was no longer working for me, and no longer my definition of success. That really my definition of success now is a lot of self-care and doing things from a place of love and being, spirit-led, and being, just like taking more of a easy approach. Even me saying the word was like, oh my gosh, but really not, not being so hard and rigid and mean to myself, but rather more loving, more caring to myself. And that this is a new way of me, showing up. And that like I'm learning a new way to, show up in the world and approach goals. And so, one, maybe like, and beating myself up and saying like I'm a failure and being really self-critical is not motivating, actually. It does the reverse. It pulls me further away, like it doesn't serve me. But the approach that I know works when I'm in the gym and I'm like, Althea, you can do this. You can do anything for 60 more seconds. Like, you're going to make this the best 20-minute workout ever. But affirming myself and, loving up on myself mentally with my words is actually more motivating. So my invitation to you, if you too right now are feeling like that F word that we don't tend to like to identify ourselves with, like a failure, I invite you to reframe it. Really look at what your definition of success is now in your life. Not how it was a year ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, but what's your definition of success now? And perhaps because your definition of success has changed, like me, that you're trying things out, for the new for a new way. And so give yourself grace, the same grace that God gives us. Love up on yourself the same way that God loves up on yourself, and really be easy on yourself. So, because guess what? You're not a failure. You are absolutely not a failure. How God sees you as fearfully and wonderfully made. God sees you as someone precious. God does not make failures. And He says that you are more than a conqueror. So that's who you are. Remember to trust the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. And in all your ways, acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you want to be notified when I do more of them, and I will be doing more of them, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And I will see you next time. Love you. Take care. Bye-bye.